Hello, I've had 4 years and nearly 10 months very happy driving in my Hyundai Ioniq Electric Premium SE. From the day it was delivered in 2017, my Ioniq has carried me through 5 house moves, 4 winters, 3 holiday road trips, 2 kids delivered to university, 1 safari park, and 0 accidents. Oh man, good job the car stopped, isn't it? Now the pandemic is generally considered by most to be over, it's time to take some holidays here in the UK. And the Ioniq would be fine for that, except for the public charging infrastructure really hasn't kept up with increased demand. In May, I stopped at Beaconsfield Services to charge up. There are 7 rapid chargers there. All were in use and people were waiting and more were arriving by the minute. It was ridiculous. So the combination of my recent public charging experiences, my advancing age, like if I don't get the car now, when the hell will I? The high resale value of the Ioniq right now, plus the affordability of my new car, all combined to tip the balance. So yes, I've advertised my Ioniq for sale and I've sold it. Am I sad to see it go? Yes, of course. But for me, a car has always been a tool to do a job, and that job has now changed. So what of this Ioniq vlog? Well, I'd said pretty much all I'd needed to about the Ioniq by the time COVID hit. Plus, the audience for more Ioniq information is dwindling since Hyundai have already ceased production of the Ioniq Electric and have just announced the end of the hybrids too. So this is the last entry of my Hyundai Ioniq vlog. Thank you all for joining me on this voyage of discovery of this fabulous EV. I'll be making more videos talking about my new home chargers, solar panels and battery storage solution. So what car is replacing the Ioniq? It's actually a car I've wanted for quite some time, but I basically just haven't been able to afford it. But second-hand price is now pretty good, so I've got a second-hand one. I couldn't afford a new one. And in fact, it's not actually possible to buy a new one here in the UK right now. So what is it? A dramatic pause. It's a Tesla Model S. A 2018 75D in red with MCU version 2, enhanced autopilot and the CCS upgrade. It has around 230 miles real world range, which I think is the sweet spot, making longer journeys way easier. It can use the Tesla supercharger network, of course, so the woeful public charging infrastructure is much less of a problem, reducing charging anxiety. It has awesome technology, which I love being a geek, particularly Tesla Cam and Sentry Mode, which are important safety features for me, less insurance anxiety. And the silver wheels against red, I think, look stunning. So that's it. And until next time, I'll leave you with a montage of some of my favourite clips from the 5-year Ioniq vlog. Cheers, everyone. We were going to buy a used diesel SUV and ended up placing an order for a brand new electric car. How did that happen? It's kind of definitely a feel-good experience. Back in May, I asked the question, would you like to charge your EV using spare solar power? I know I would. Well, guess what? I'm joined by Lee, the founding owner of My Energy. Lee, thanks very much for coming down today.
Thank you, Stuart.
Lee's come down to oversee the installation of Zappy and Eddie and also talk about the products. This is Zappy, the clever car charger. Lee, why is this cleverer than normal electric car chargers?
The main principle behind Zappy is that it can charge the vehicle with the surplus from the solar power or wind turbine, if you have a wind turbine. It does this by turning up and down the charge dynamically in response to surplus power from the system and loads changing in the house.
Cars here. Shit. Oh shit. She's in shock.
Sorted.
Thank you very much.
Lucky nuts.
I mean, there's no way the Audi would have got to the top of our drive just now.
What?
Crashed.
Oh my god. Just now?
Yeah, just now. Just happened this second.
How was I not watching? Oh, that's so annoying.
Fantastic weekend, 5 o'clock Sunday evening, recharging at the Sheffield Technology Centre car park again, 80% charge, only going to take 13 minutes to top it up. 81%. It's charging really quickly.
We're just like, yeah, not many circumstances where that would be acceptable. What the hell? Brake for no reason. Sorry, I just need to check. It's okay. Oh man. Good job the car stopped, isn't it?
That was you and the car, right?
Yeah, no, that was mainly the car.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the tractor is stopping. What's that? Power instead?
Power limited. Charge up a little bit now.
I remember feeling confident that I'd make it home because I thought that there'd be a reserve of energy in much the same way as there's a reserve of fuel in internal combustion engine cars, even when the fuel gauge reads 0. As we passed some school traffic up an incline, the speed reduced to a crawl. And after making the next turn, and while still crawling along, the display stated that the car would not start. I had to stop to let a car pass, and a tad over a kilometre from home, the Ioniq quit. Since Hugo Gregg had only put 6 miles range on the car, I decided to move and try a different charger to see if that would do any better. Andy Nick. It's just gone 1 o'clock and we've had lunch in Sainsbury's. We've come back to the car and it's charged up to 94%. That's 129 miles, so I think that's enough to get going. So next we're going to Harlow in Essex. It's about 32 miles. We're going via Big Ben, just so we can have a look at it.
Arsehole! Perhaps I should have just knocked him off.
In desperate need of a charge, came to Greenland's business park to get just 25-30 miles in so that I could finish the journey. Unfortunately, someone had abandoned their leaf while plugged in. Fortunately though, the charger allowed me to plug mine in while the leaf was still plugged in. Its charge had finished, got to 100% just as I got here actually. Still no sign of the owner. Not happy. Anyway, at least I can finish my charge and get on my way. If I'd been a Nissan Leaf driver though, I'd have been pretty angry. A worse example was when I needed to charge up at a Holiday Inn at 8 o'clock in the morning. There was an iPace there that had been plugged into the Polar charger for over 10.5 hours. Reception phoned the guy and he came down in about 15 minutes and moved the car without even a word of apology. So when there's just one charger at a location, what do you think is a reasonable time to charge the car up? 20 minutes? Half an hour? 40 minutes? Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Look at that.
It's just like a cow, like 20 cows.
Yeah, but I mean the amount of damage that could do to your car. I'm going to send this to dashcam videos.
see what he was doing to the other one. He's coming. Come on.
Quickly, hold your hand out. Oh, it's so beautiful, isn't it?
Hello.
Zebra. Zebra. Zebra.
I'm so glad that we still have giraffes. This week I test drove the brand new 2021 Chinese-built Tesla Model 3 long range with a view to replacing my 2017 Hyundai Ioniq Electric. So which car did I think was best? After the test drive back in my Ioniq driving home, I felt disappointed. I think my expectations were just too high and the Tesla just couldn't meet them. I had to say that my feeling of familiarity in my Ioniq was comforting, and my first thought was that I prefer it, which is ridiculous because the Tesla is clearly, objectively, a much better car. I then had to make a decision. I took 45 of my 48 hours to make it, and I decided to keep the Ioniq.